When I moved to Washington State, I immediately, it was the summer, so I got to hang out and meet some people, but I didn't really get to know who I was going to go to school with. And I was a junior in high school. So I was going into my junior year, having to make brand new friends, brand new acquaintances. So when I went to high school, there was this one dude that just did not like me. He actually sucker punched me at a dance, and we almost got in a fight, and the people broke it up. And I remember asking one of the girls that was hanging out with him, I said, what's his problem? Like he's been making mean mugs at me the whole time, and I'd been at the school for like 3 weeks. It was the first dance of the year, and I'm like, well, this is gonna suck. You know, I just moved here from California to Washington State, and now I'm already getting in fights. And I remember what she told me is, she was like, you know, you're a new face. And I was like, well, what does that mean? She was like, well, you know, you're making friends with people, and you know, you're becoming known, and so he's just a hater. And I was like, oh, all right, well, I guess I just gotta, you know, brush my shoulders off and move on. The Pharisees in Matthew chapter 9 are the haters of Jesus. They are Jesus's most known haters. And since we're gonna do all 4 gospels, you might as well just get used to them and get cozy with them, because they're gonna be rocking an I hate Jesus shirt for the rest of the time that we hear about Jesus. And when we encounter them here in the 9th chapter of Matthew, it's because Jesus selects a disciple named Matthew that is a tax collector, and he goes and hangs out at his house. Now, when he goes to his house, he also is hanging out with other tax collectors and sinners. The religious Jews did not like tax collectors because they worked for the government, they worked for Rome, they represented the state, and they also didn't like what were called sinners. Now, these people didn't just go around sinning all the time, they just were non-religious. It was people that didn't associate with the Sabbath and didn't honor the laws that were laid out in the Torah, and they called them sinners, and Jesus sat with them. No matter what you've gone through in your life, no matter what you've done, no matter the mistakes you've made, the marriages that may not have lasted, the relationships with your kids that were broken, no matter the people you've judged, the gossip that you've done, the habits that you've formed and you haven't been able to break, no matter what, you have a seat at the table with Jesus. You do not get good to get God. You get God to get good. You don't change your behavior and who you hang out with and the way you think and the way you walk and the way you talk and how often you read your Bible and pray so that you can get God in your life. You get God in your life, and he changes all of that. So no matter what, you have a seat at the table with Jesus. Doesn't matter how many haters you have a seat at the table with Jesus. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Matthew chapter 10.